Hi everyone, it's me again. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to review chapter 333 of My Hero Academia. I've been waiting for this chapter for a while, especially after the cliffhanger we were left off on last week's chapter, where we saw Shigaraki literally touching Star's face, and I even stated on my last video, it's game over. But I'm thinking maybe Star has a plan. She has an ape up her sleeve. She might create an order to do something with her quirk, and it looks like I was pretty much right. And honestly, this chapter was just amazing. I mean, we literally see why Star is the #1 here for the US, and honestly, she's a legend, especially her actions on this chapter. But let's begin reviewing the chapter, well, summarizing the chapter right away. So the chapter begins with Shigaraki explaining his plans to obtain a new order, but after acquiring one for all first, as he needed his body to be completed first. But as you know, Star has a very an abrupt personality, and you know she immediately headed to the US first before the other heroes could come up to Japan, and because of this, Shigaraki needed to take a gamble. And as we see, Star's quirk is getting stolen, and also she's decaying at the same time. She tries to set up a rule that she will not decay, but we see this goes beyond the limits of the orders she could create for physical enhancements. And after stealing a new order, Shigaraki tries to set up a rule, but all of a sudden, we see Star inside the vestiges of All for One, and Shigaraki's body starts breaking apart. And this is where it gets I have no words to like what is happening here. Star, before her quirk got stolen, Star created an order. That new order will revolt against other quirks. I mean, that's ingenious. I mean, we see this amazing panel of Star fighting against these other quirk users. Well, you know, the other quirks are inside All for One. We even see her trying to attack Shigaraki and All for One. But we also see that those quirks that are still inside are like almost trying to protect or like pull Star away. I mean, we learned that Star already predicted this likely possibility of this worst case scenario of losing her quirk and literally decaying. So she decided to come up with this rule, which is just ingenious. I mean, honestly, it made me respect Star even more than before. I mean, she's literally willing to sacrifice her own life for humanity. She knew, okay, yeah, the possibility of this happening is very likely high. So if my quirk gets stolen, I'm gonna create a rule for my quirk to literally destroy this global threat from the inside out. And as all the other quirks are rebelling against each other, we see the damage it's doing to Shigaraki's body. Since he can only take away or give away quirks, he cannot destroy New Order. He just cannot. He's already thinking, okay, I need to give this quirk to someone else, very likely to one of the pilots, but we see the pilots don't want to waste Star's sacrifice and immediately start shooting him the lasers, which now are becoming a little more effective. And this is the kind of sad part of this chapter. As Star is like literally decaying and dying away, we see her thanking All Might for saving her that day and give her the opportunity to become a hero, to do some good in the world. And this is her way to repay that debt to him. And the way she just goes with a smile on her face and saluting the pilots, goodness, it really like, God, it was drenching. It was hard to see that chapter. Well, not that chapter, but just that image of Star smiling while she's decaying away, knowing that there's no way she was gonna come out of this alive. Still inside the vestiges, we see Star's monstrous form fighting Shigaraki and All For One, and we see All For One. I mean, he's trying to fight against her and even calling her All Might's ghost, and it makes it literally a good reference to this chapter's title. I believe it's called Ghost, so it's just phenomenal. And the chapter ends with the pilots continue firing the lasers at Shigaraki, and we see like there's an explosion about to happen, and this is how the chapter ends. And honestly, a phenomenal chapter. I mean, at this point, we saw that Shigaraki has become very, very powerful. I mean, even though he's still incomplete, I mean, he did put up a good fight against Star. I mean, I was impressed, and we saw Star's quirk, New Order, just how powerful it is, and seeing the danger it could be if it were to fall on Shigaraki's hands. But goodness, Star's like literally last resort to attack, well, finish the enemy. Goodness, it's admirable. But I'm still left with some questions. Like, we see that Star is inside the vestiges, and her quirk is rebelling against what's inside the vestiges of All For One. It's just amazing. I wonder if All For One like predicted this order. I mean, Shigaraki literally started learning how New Order work. I mean, I had a feeling maybe she's gonna do something with her quirk or something like that. And goodness, the way that order she created is just, it's scary. I mean, New Order, it's honestly one of the strongest quirks out there. I mean, literally rivaling All For One and One For All. I mean, it makes me wonder what would happen if Shigaraki were to give this quirk to the pilots or someone. I mean, at this point, the only person that could get New Order will have to be a person that's quirkless. What will happen if Shigaraki were to get One For All? Especially now that he has New Order. Honestly, I have no idea what's gonna happen here. The only thing I'm thinking that could probably happen is Endeavor and Hawks arriving at the scene, and Shigaraki trying to like give that quirk to either one of them. That's the only thing I could think of, because honestly, I don't think he'll be able to give it to the pilots now that they're firing their lasers at him. But who knows? We even see that the quirk reflex it's honestly getting even weakened because of New Order. So who knows what's gonna happen? Honestly, man, Star has my utmost respect. I mean, that was an ingenious plan for doing that with her quirk. She knew it was gonna get stolen. Well, the possibility of get stolen, but she knew like, okay, if you want my quirk so bad, I'm gonna put up a trap. And honestly, amazing. Honestly, I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen next, because honestly, I have no idea what's gonna happen. Maybe there might be this rule might have a time limit. As you know, there are some limits to the orders that this quirk has. But who knows? It might be limitless, because Star is literally inside now the vestiges. So in a way, her consciousness is still alive. So I guess it's the rule will not be undue, or unless Shigaraki asks for the rule to be undone. Who knows? That's the only probability I'm thinking. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you for the next video. Bye.